As I grow older, the one thing that becomes clearer to me each and every day is that I don't owe anyone a thing, and neither do you. I've seen a lot of people pollute their potential after sipping from the well of entitlement. This is certainly true of many of the people I've been associated with over the years, even my own son. What they need to understand is that you should never feel like the world owes you anything. It doesn't. You must accept that it's all on you. That might seem like a very cynical way to view the world, but I would argue that it's actually liberating. You can only feel betrayal when you feel like you're owed something from someone. You can only feel resentment when you had expectation for assistance. When you accept that it's all on you, only then can you finally be free to focus 100% on being the best version of yourself.
Get stupid. Ain't no school for this shit. You gotta be smart enough to pick up the information as you go. Now the crazy shit is niggas will look like you doing something wrong. Why do wrong? Now motherfuckers say you crazy, niggas call me crazy. You know I be thinking when they say that? Niggas say I'm crazy, I be thinking, yep. I was crazy enough to believe what the fuck I was saying gonna happen was gonna happen. And that's why I was persistent enough and consistent enough to exist now. Feel what I'm saying? So explain to me, like when I'm coming up, niggas is like, yo, who got him? Like who he with? Me, nigga. By myself, nigga. I do what the fuck I wanna do. You understand what I'm saying? Like the young niggas love me, they love me. You know why they love me? They think like me. Nigga, we the same, we come up the same corners, we ain't had much. You understand what I'm saying? You just gotta hustle, nigga. You gotta go hard, man. You see it playing games, man? Niggas got it, I'm gonna get it. Trust me. I'm gonna get mine. I don't know about y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? And niggas on bullshit. Real shit, man. Like, I mean, like, I don't even know what to say to niggas, man. I go to my hood, he's like, yo, what up? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I ain't talking to this nigga. What the fuck am I talking to this nigga for? You know what my grandfather told me? You don't get as far as the motherfuckers you talk to for no reason. You'll be successful as the motherfuckers that you talk to for no reason. What I mean is, if you spending your day talking to a nigga that ain't got nothing going on, what?
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy OKL coming at y'all on Mr. Goodbread's panel. Class, how y'all doing today? That's what's up. I know it's a little different. You got the dean hosting the show today, but that's what I'm here for. First off, I want to let y'all know what's going on. We got Mr. Goodbread, and we got my cousin, my blood cousin. All right, she's on the panel with us today. Okay. Now, first off, let them introduce themselves. Cuzzo, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Cassie, the realist. I mean, ain't much to know about me. You'll figure it out when we get into the conversation.
Cool. All right. Goodbread, talk to the people. They know you, but say something, man. Let them know something.
Keep in mind, guys, we don't subscribe to any groups, gangs, communities, or religions. We subscribe to the truth. We subscribe to common sense. We do not complicate that. We call out bad behavior in both men and women. And we finna have a great conversation and a great dialogue today, class. Y'all already know how we do.
Fact. That's a full fact right there. So, as y'all can see, we have Mr. Goodbread on the left side, and we got my cousin on the right. Feminine and masculine energies. We need perspectives from feminine and masculine energies today because there's a disconnect, especially in the black community, relationship wise, men versus women, etc. And we need to nip that in the bud and really figure out what the hell is going on. So I'm your host, Mr. Good. Sorry, I'm your host. Okay, I'm on your show thinking of you, goddamn. But I'm your host, Mr. OKL, and we're gonna get right into it. I'm going to be asking them questions, guys, and they're going to be breaking things down. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be stepping back and letting them do their thing. Okay. So my first question is this. I'm gonna ask you, cuz how did you even come about meeting Mr. Goodbread?
Well, I was talking on the phone with you,
Okay.
And we were, just talking about, relationship stuff, me dating, being like in the dating world after a long relationship for 2 years.
Right.
Well, the relationship was longer than that, but I've been single for 2 years.
Okay.
And then, I started talking to you about, how my mind has evolved over time while being single when it comes to perspectives on, feminine energy and masculine energy, the
Right.
relationship amongst men and women, etc. And then you started telling me about your friend, and then we got on three-way, and then we were talking, and it was a vibe. Definitely, pinging off of each other's mindsets and stuff. So that's how I met him.
Cool. Cool. So, and good, bro. What was your first impression when you guys actually got a chance to speak to each other?
Well, I was impressed. You know what I mean? The mindset, and she fit right into what I teach over here at the school of common sense. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the guys are stuck on this internet ideology. You know, the red pill that we teach. I mean, not everybody teach it the way we teach it. Not everybody teach the biblical. So the way they teach it, it could be hate. It could come off as hate. You know what I mean? Let's keep it a buck. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And when you stay stuck to this internet and you don't go outside, you never get a chance to even meet women, and you never get a chance to see that there's women that really had to be masculine. You know what I mean? But for a masculine man, they know how to put that masculine shit away. You know what I mean? But if you stay on the internet and you stay stuck with these ideologies that they push around, you won't know that. So
Right.
you'll put a one size shoe fit all on every female, and it ain't like that in real life. When you unhook from social media and you go to fuck outside. So you know what I mean. This what that's all. When I heard her speak and I heard her go through some things that she was telling me, I already knew. You know what I mean. I studied psychology for 7 years now, so it's on. So I already knew, like, okay, I can help her. And any female that's willing to come through the school of common sense and hear these truths, that's a sister soldier right there. That's a sister soldier right there. What y'all think, class?
Hey man, that great spill, great introduction. Let's get right on into it. Let's get right on into it. Niggas ain't shit. And we hear this all the time. We hear this all the time. I would start with Mr. Goodbread, but I want to
Yes, sir.
start with you, Cuzzo. I want to start with you. Because as a man, it makes us feel a type of way. But let me shut up. Cuzzo, why do women think it's okay to go around saying niggas ain't shit? That's a question for both of y'all, but I want Cuzzo to answer first.
So with that statement, I actually have two two different viewpoints on that. And
Okay.
actually, my most recent viewpoint was from a discussion with a friend recently. But
Okay.
you know, this particular friend told me that only black women say niggas ain't shit. You never been in
Hmm.
here women say, or women from other cultures say men ain't this, men ain't that, men ain't this, men ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good
Now,
point.
my first opinion is because a lot of our black men are not exhibiting their best potential. Let me say it like that. A lot of our black men can come across a good female, for instance, and tear them down, destroy them, and just simply not understand or value their worth. So then, with enough time of speaking to other women, about your issues or going through the issues that you go through with men, you develop the mindset of niggas ain't shit. Now,
Hmm.
do I personally agree with the statement? I don't, just because it generalizes it doesn't it speaks for one race, niggas, black people. We're not
Right.
talking about the male culture in general.
That
So,
was a good point.
you know, in my opinion, most men by nature do a lot
Ain't
of fucked
shit.
up. They do a lot of fucking up. And they get to a certain point in their life. Some get it early. You get what I'm saying? Some dudes at a young age, they got it together. Like they know what they want. But I think men by nature, they really have to go through a lot of things before they're fully a man. And when they try to date while being like, while going through this process of growing, is when they start to traumatize women. And then that's where you get the statement. You get what I'm
Mr.
saying?
Goodbread, I want you to respond immediately. Go.
Oh, that's a good one. This is my favorite one right here. And that's just a bash. That's just a bash that women use. You know what I mean? When you don't do what a woman say, you know what I mean? They would just say that, oh niggas, yo, you ain't shit. You know what I mean? And it's, I'd rather get called that than the other one. Cause you remember nowadays, 2020, whatever you don't do that she wants you, when you don't do what she wants you to do, then you yay. You know, you the G word, you know what I mean? So you G word for everything
You
that
yay. Hey, we gonna use that. Yay. Okay
you
then.
yay, you know what I mean? You yay, you know what I mean? So that's just a reflection. Then again, then there's the who raised those ain't shit niggas, you know what I mean? Because mothers touch everybody first. So if the niggas ain't shit, then that's just a slap to the mothers who raised those ain't shit niggas, you know what I mean? Because and then the mother would say, but oh no, his father, or but why do we celebrate the graduates, but we don't celebrate the criminals? Because that same mother who ain't teach the graduate how to graduate will then take his clout or her clout and be like, I'm proud, my proud baby, my. But when it comes to her, the same parent raising the criminal is, oh, he make his own decisions, or I ain't raised him like that. Bitch, yes you did. You know what I mean? And it's the chicks like that kill me, you know what I mean? So you can't say, and those be the ones that cat with the niggas ain't shit. The good women, they'll know a nigga ain't shit, and they'll just let the nigga play himself and they'll laugh, but they ain't eager to go out there blabbing their mouth and showing a reflection of how they feel about their father. Cause that's how they feel about their father, because those women didn't have a dad. You know what I mean? The majority of those women screaming, niggas ain't shit, niggas. You can't blame them because they moms taught them how to hate the dad. Because remember, even if the moms don't directly hate your father, the mom showed them how to be shiesty, how to put them in the middle, have the kid in the middle and shit. So now, because she lived with she lived with the kid gotta hate the other person. Like, you gotta understand the dynamics and the generational curse that come along with these poverty stricken females that be running around here capping about niggas ain't shit. You know what I mean? Then it comes down
Okay.
to, last but not
Okay.
least, they that's who they pick. So when they say niggas ain't shit, they tell you the quality of they tell you the quality of themselves. You know what I mean? Because a chick that pick a nigga that's right, she ain't gonna say a nigga ain't shit, because she knows, she have the comprehension, like, I picked that nigga, so I just pick ain't shit niggas. But that's it.
I found. I found. Hold on. Let me. I know. Cause I know. Cause I know. I know. I know. He doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah. He don't put that pressure
Hold
on you.
on, she kind of went in.
So check it out. Both of you guys brought up very good points. Cuzzo, you said that some of these men they get in the dating world early, immaturely, and they mess things up. And we teach this all the time, Mr. Goodbread. As a young man, 16, 17, even 21, we tell them, stay on your purpose. Don't be trying to go pursue no wife or no woman, because you have to pursue your purpose.
You right
And
though.
Mr.
Okay, and that's
Goodbread,
that
hold
that's
on,
not that.
real quick. Give me some time. And Mr. Goodbread also brought, because I'm about to let y'all have the floor. Mr. Goodbread also brought a great point up as well. The majority of women, not all, but majority of them running around saying niggas ain't shit, is based on the niggas they picked, not based on all dudes, based on the dudes they picked. So I agree with both of you guys. This concept. I want Jesse to go, and y'all piggyback. Y'all don't have to wait for each other, man. Talk to each other. So Jesse, it seemed like you had an issue with what he said.
Well, no, not with everything, just with some things. Because although men are very, conscious about the things around them, a man will never be a woman. They will never understand. So when you say things like, the person that's raising these ain't shit niggas is women, that's not fair. because at the end of the day, as human beings, we all have our own decisions to make. You know, I was raised by a single mom. I'm the only girl. I got 3 brothers. You know what I'm saying? We were raised in the same exact household, you know, and I like to believe my mom's principles, the way she raised us, Pat knows, was amazing. But my brothers will make their own decisions from there. I have a brother that's on the right path. He does well. Then I have a brother, you know, he's been to prison, you know, but he's changed his life. He's a great dad, things like that. You know, I don't think that it's fair to put that weight on a mother's shoulders. Now, I do understand when you say, you know, moms will celebrate the graduate, but, you know, they'll basically deny the criminal, things
Yeah.
like that.
If he's a
You know,
criminal, oh, he get it from his daddy type shit.
yeah, and I don't think all women are like that. Like my son, he has a very high IQ at 5. He's extremely smart, and people
That's
are like,
facts.
"You're such a great mom. How is it that, like, what are you doing?" And I tell them, it isn't me. That's what God wanted for him. So not everybody
That was a humble response.
is glorifying the graduate. I understand that no matter what I do with my child, he's going to do what he wants to do. When I was 16, 17, I was raised great. I had my mom and my dad. My dad went to prison for a little bit, but I like to believe I was raised very well. You know, I moved out when I was 17. I worked 2 jobs. I graduated high school. I graduated college. I did everything that I was supposed to do. You know, they raised me to wait to have children. I decided to go out and get pregnant at 20 because I wanted a kid. At the end of the day, your kid is going to do what they want to do. So I don't feel as if it's fair to put that on the mom necessarily when it comes to things like that, because you're going to do what you want to do.
Cut in, good bro. What you got required over there, man?
No, because I don't like to, you know, because I don't. When she was spilling, she's spilling, she's spilling. I don't like to just cut in like that and turn it into this whole, you know.
I know,
Even though
I
I know
know.
we're not debating and we have nothing but respect for each other, but couple of things she said that, you know what I mean? All women. We over here at the channel, we know that it's not all women. But going back to what you said about guys running to the good women, it ain't too many good women. So we can't say that. You can't keep saying guys run into good women's and they damage the good women's. No, it's only 29% of women that can endure this conversation that we're having right now. It's only 29% of women that you see how long you are comprehending. After a couple of questions, the 75% of women today, after a couple of questions, their fucking brain goes elsewhere and, oh, he lame. He asking mad questions. This nigga asking mad questions. He asking too many. You know, are you like? And this is real life. Like, I'm really out here in the street. So like that's why I say don't make it personal. Don't make. I know you may have been raised right, but you're an exception to the rule. If 10 girls was in the supermarket, you'd be one out of the 2 that somebody would be worth talking to. The other 8 is going to have this mindset of I'm a victim. I got to play the victim in order, like they have been programmed to play the victim in order to get the man, to get over on the man, even if they like the man, even if they're a good person. You got to remember, because it's a difference between good women and real women. You're a real woman. We can have a real conversation. You can be honest. You can call out your flaws. You can take accountability. Then there's the good woman. The good women are too busy being good, trying to be good for everybody else and blend in and do what everybody else is doing. So they're not taking accountability because they didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I mean? And what the thing that we have in our society today is when women hear the title woman or the title mother, because it's just the title, they have addicted us in the Black America to titles. You hear title, you hear mother title, and just because you got a coochie, that's the only thing that make y'all the same. Because the way you think and the way these other women is thinking out here is totally different. The only thing that make y'all the same is the word coochie. Y'all all got a coochie. That's
I
it.
could vouch for that. I could vouch
You
for
know what
that,
I mean?
good,
So
because whenever
when you hear when a coochie hear the title woman, it automatically triggers you to bring it to what you're going through. And that's not fair.
So, but that's gonna lean back to the whole example of the niggas ain't shit. We ain't saying all niggas ain't shit. I mean, it's just like when you say women are mothers. We know that all women or mothers are not doing this. So we know that all men ain't shit, but it's honestly a general statement. Like you said, sometimes people just say it.
But
I've said it a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And
let
like
me
you
ask
said, it
this.
depends on. You said what?
No, I was going to ask you this real quick. You and Mr. Goodbread. Um, not to cut y'all off, but it's an important question. Who controls access to sex, men or women? And hold on, I'm not done. Who controls access to relationships, men or women? Let's start off with the sex. Go.
Women.
Yeah, women control access to the sex. That's no doubt.
Yeah,
Men
right. No,
control
no
access to
explanation.
relationship. You never want to force a man.
We don't let me, sorry, not to cut you off. Let me reword that for you too, okay? We because women hold access to the relationship too. We hold access to commitment. We only thing we have is whether we gonna stay or we gonna leave. If we gonna allow her to roll us out, because that's what we are for. We are the prize because a woman get her status off of her man and how her man set her up in life. Every woman want to look oh, every woman look at how the next woman is set up in life, no matter how they want to cap in front and lie and eat crab legs. Every woman look on social media now, or they look at to their next friend or their family member and see who that hierarchy in that family who's set up nice by a husband, whether he a simp ass nigga or preferably if he's an alpha man and they have that patriarchal fantasy shit that like me and Mr. Goodbread got. Normally they gonna look over and envy because that's what every female want, bro. So in order to roll us out, we have access to that. So if we stay like Will Smith, he's granting her. See how Will Smith is giving her all of the power because by him staying attached to her, she's winning. She's getting the benefit of saying, "I have a husband. I'm this.
And,
And I mean, she has that status over the women who don't have a man, and then some of the women who are in a relationship with a man who don't have will status. They man, you know what I mean. So it's like, but women control everything else, man. We only control if we're gonna stay or we're gonna leave, bro.
I think
and,
men
and I
control
asked that.
too, though.
So
Honestly,
what?
like I think men control the relationship too, though. Honestly, like
No.
a smart
I,
woman,
yo,
serious
hold
woman,
on, hold on. I think men control the access to relationships, not control the whole
control the
relationship,
access
but they
to.
control
That's
the
what I'm trying to
access.
say.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
All right, so let me break this down real quick, y'all. Right?
Oh,
When
go
we
ahead, go
got,
ahead.
we gotta, a woman got to give us a choosing sign, right? It's from let's break it down from approach till break to the breakup. A woman controls the whole relationship, guys. She controls whether we get the number, right? Because if she don't give us that choosing sign and we walk up to her and we come off creepy to her, that's harassment. If she do not like us, she's not giving us the number. So that's one thing she controls. She controls whether we get that number, right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Now, she controls the whole mood biblically of the household. When y'all, all right, let's get the date. She controls the she controls she controls everything, bro. She even down all right, she controls the approach. She controls the relationship. Whether you have sex when y'all get in a relationship now, she controls the sex. That is the relationship right there, pretty much. That's why you would get in a relationship with a female because you want access to sex, and she
She
controlled
controls
that.
right. She controls the
All right. So
she
that's the
controls that
approach.
access.
Wait, she
But as far as
controls
the relationship though, as far as
that.
like
This is the
okay, put it like
relationship
this. Put it.
from
So all right,
start to
so
finish. And then look,
so I'm
look at the breakup. She controls the breakup too because nowadays women will do some funny shit to get you to dump them. Whole time you thinking you dumped her, but she been pulled back on you. She been disconnected from you mentally. Once a woman disconnect from you mentally, they'll still be there in there, which getting your resources and and annoying you. This is why a lot of dudes is sitting there right now with combative women who is literally telling them get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. But niggas is so simpish and so weak. They sit around there and take it to the point where the woman can now drag another female in the fucking relationship. Another dude in the relationship. And the dude will not get the point. because women control the relationship, bro.
I
Only
really
thing we
I
don't
beg to
control it
control
all.
is whether we stop
I,
I really don't think we control it all. Because let me tell you something.
go ahead.
The worst thing a woman can do, in my opinion, is force a man in a relationship. You have to wait for that man to initiate that, okay, we're together. When you bamboozle or force a man in a relationship trying to make something happen that this man not ready for, that's probably going to be the most toxic situation you can find yourself in.
Yeah,
You're
but
not
nothing is
ready
forced in
valued.
this. And what I said, nothing was forced. That's not a force. That's the natural dynamic of how the relationship worked. The way I said it, that was all natural. You know what I mean? We in the club. You gave me the eye. I come over there. You know what I mean? You initiate. You control that. The female controlled that. You know what I mean? It's not like you go, and the average dude
I
go up
would
to any female, huh?
I would say she manipulates that, not controls it. Because again, remember, Mr. Goodbread, the eye contact in her mind, she's like, let me give you an example. I worked a job before, and there was a woman I was attracted to. Me and her had we done share eye contact like 3 times, and I just didn't get a chance to get her number. She dropped her number on my desk. So when I called her, her point of contingency with me was, damn, like, why you ain't put down? Like, I was waiting on you to put down. I done gave you so many choosing signals, this and that. And it's like, I get the choosing signals, but she still understood that I was the one that had to control that. I had to go make it happen, to go talk to her, spit my game, whatever. Even though I'm gonna get the number, I still had to control that. So what do
Because
you say
women
to that? They did this
typically,
ain't my debate. I just wanted to just throw a dart out real quick and see what
because
you thought
women
about
get
that, Rick.
She
attracted by
controlled that whole
change.
situation. She controlled that whole situation from the first tuning sign she gave you, whether you picked it up or not, to dropping the ultimate choosing signal by giving you the number. She controlled that. Manipulation is control. That's how women control dudes, through manipulation, manipulating a dude
But
mind because they're
But
not
but keep
strong
in
enough.
mind, good bread. But keep in mind, good bread. We're talking about the access because again, let's go ahead and flip it. All right. Let's say a woman, right, that you're dealing with already. You guys are you never had sex with her. Y'all fucking with each other, etc., etc. She don't. She's showing you choosing signals, but you got
You
to
don't like
manipulate. You got to manipulate it, for her to feel comfortable and letting you get the vagina, right? You can't just tell her, hey, I'm just gonna get it. Like you have to manipulate that situation, meaning you have to control that access. Or you have to control that, that type of not the access because you're not given the access, but you have to be in control of that.
Of the
So
commitment, we got to commit. We got to commit to this situation. Like we control the
I
commitment.
think controlling the commitment controls the relationship
I
because
think
there's a lot of females that won't be
That's what
with
we.
you
So
if
we
the
saying the
commitment
same
isn't
thing
there.
then, because we saying the same thing then. I'm just saying the woman. I'm saying the woman control the relationship. Y'all saying and we're
the
saying the women
access.
control.
No, no, but we know that. We good, bro. We know she controls the relationship. I know that for a fact. I was just pointing. I was throwing a dart because I had a point in contingency with the relationship. Like for instance, men get on their knees. Men are the one that say, "Hey, do you want to be my girl?" Etc. Etc. And that's when the relationship, or that's when that becomes a
See,
relationship.
but
That's when that encounter
that's
becomes a relationship.
but that's in the fantasy world to me. That's in the fantasy world.
Okay,
In the
talk.
real world,
Break it down. Good. Break it down.
in the biblical world, we know what it is. Like that's the mainstream version of it. In the biblical world, the girl is always chasing the man because the man have value. You know what I mean? The man is so valuable, the woman is always chasing the man. And the key goal to this shit is attention. Men, men gotta learn how women need attention.
That,
Women need to know that you want them. Women need to be wanted. Fuck the attention, because
that,
they just need to be wanted. Because sometimes the attention, they don't want attention from any old body. They just need to be wanted, feel wanted. And guys, we need women. Y'all need to understand that guys need to be understood. We need understanding. So that's the two things that we need from
You
each
just
other.
dropped the
You know
point,
what I
Mister
mean?
Goodbread.
And that's the thing. Guys gotta understand though that attention. The key to these relationships is not caving in to her desire for attention. The more you cave into her desire for attention, the faster she's gonna replace you, bro. As bad as she get on your nerves, the best thing you want to hear, guys, if you're in a relationship, you want to hear you don't spend enough time with me. That is a fucking fact, bro. If you're not hearing that, then you're not doing something right. You're not working. You know what I mean? You
Talk,
absolutely
Mr.
have to
Goodbread. Keep
understand
talking.
that we are here to work. We are here to work. We are here to work, both of us. You know what I mean? Women hate on our task. Women hate on our task because they think it's nothing because we was already created to work. But they don't understand how really real we got. When I say work, I'm not just talking about this fit in to get in like, oh, you got a job already, baby. We could sit here and Netflix and chill now. No, God ain't say that word. God said work. That means we gotta really be busting our ass.
But still
So
give your girl attention.
you can't. Sometimes you can't.
No, don't just
Sometimes you
ignore
can't.
your girl. Ain't
So you
nobody gonna sit in a
yeah, you
relationship
can't
with
just
somebody
ignore
like
your girl. You can't just ignore your girl at all. You can't just ignore your girl. That's a fact. You can't
you
just
have
ignore
to
your girl.
find balance.
But
You have to find
but
a
you
balance.
don't ever replace your purpose in life and your connection with God with your female, bro. That's her goal, bro. All I'm gonna say is her goal is to come in between you and your God-given purpose. And I'm not talking about you niggas that's playing this I want to be a rapper shit. I'm talking about niggas that work a 9 to 5, then be on their purpose, or you know what I mean? Niggas that's getting it in, niggas that's owning their own shit, niggas that's taking risks, not just relying on a check, niggas that's investing in money. And sometimes this tomorrow, if I don't work, I don't eat type shit, bro. That's God ain't say come here and try to take the easy way out, bro. He said come here and work. So that's all I gotta say when it come to that. I know I just was long-winded and shit, but yeah, okay.
Man,
Get us
I
back
think
on track.
this is y'all show. I'm just the host. I'm just
Get
the
us back
host.
on track. Get us back on track, man. I went all
no, a
off like
woman should. You should. I get what you're
No,
saying.
but let's go. Talk, Cass. Talk, Cassie.
Honestly, I do best with a man that has something going on where he's busy. You know what I'm saying? We're not sitting up on the phone all day. When we talk, it's good vibes, whatever. When we kick it, it's good vibes. But if a man straight up, if a man is too busy for me, we would never work because, like you said, women need attention.
what's
Now,
too
the
busy though.
amount of attention is different. You know what I'm saying?
Talk,
I
good.
think
Say, ask that again. Hold
What's
on.
too busy for you though? What's too busy so
let me
that they
give you an
don't we don't
example.
complicate it
I
for
have
them?
a friend. She's been dating this guy. He's a manager. He makes 6 figures at like a construction company, and they're short staffed, and so he's pretty much working 7 days a week, 12 plus hours a day. She's not able to do some of the things that she likes, like she likes like going out with her guy, once a week on a date night, or they live in 2 different cities too, 30 minutes apart, 40 minutes apart, but that traffic and all that makes stuff difficult. They
Take
don't
it
live in the
home, good
same house.
bread. Take it home.
They
No,
don't live.
you don't cut her off, man. You let her talk.
They don't live in the same. They don't live in the same
This is
household.
my cousin,
So
man. She knows.
already the time is cut short when you don't live in the same household. Y'all do your own thing, whatever. So she doesn't get enough time, and he's a good man, but she's not going to take it to that point because she's willing to compromise. She's willing to work with him on that situation, but you just need a little attention. If a guy is too busy for me, meaning that there's sometimes it has to fall with my want, not always what my man wants, then we're not going to work out.
But
It
that's
has
your
to be a little.
task. That's your task. That's your task. You know that Eve, that's your punishment. Yeah, your punishment is that y'all not gonna get what I just said. I said we both gotta come here to work. Everything work. Why y'all think y'all can get pleasure out of shit? If we working to put y'all up nice, because first of all, let me go back to something you said, right? People, a lot of us, right? We got to stop lying and eating crab legs, right? We love our parents, right? And I love my moms and I love my dad, but they did not set us up to break these generational curses. And when they didn't set us up for that, so we can't give them credit for raising us right. They maintained us They gave us a chance. They brought us up. They maintained us to get here, to go on now and try to do it on our own. And some of us, we can't even say that because some of us is still digging them out of burdens that they caused in their, because their parents had them in the generator, because it goes like that. You know what I mean? So niggas that gotta stop with this, you know what I mean? That we gotta stop with that. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That and when you said you had 2 jobs, like as a woman, you know what I mean, you shouldn't have to work that hard, sweetie. Dead ass. Dead ass. That's not
Which I
cool.
100% agree on. However, just telling people, oh, not to, if you're not giving your girl enough attention, that I don't agree with. I think that both parties should be busy. Both parties need to be,
That's a fact. That's
getting
a
to their
fact.
money,
That's a
focusing on
fact now.
themselves.
Cuzzo, that's a fact because I was gonna ask you, what is that girl's purpose? What is Shorty's purpose?
And you know what? She bossed up too, and that's why they would make the perfect couple if he was able to compromise just a little bit in that situation. She makes 6 figures as well, and she owns a nail salon, so she's working double time herself, but she's able to bend and fold where need be for the people that she love and care about.
Why
I
don't
And
she
like,
work
I
for
like
him?
this.
Why don't she work for
I
him?
like this.
Why don't she work
Check
for
it out.
him?
you
Like
said what?
why don't she
About this.
fold that?
About this.
Why
Hold
don't she
on. Wait.
fold that?
Wait. Let me put the fork in the road real quick. Let me put the fork in the road real quick. As the host, let's move on to the
Why
next.
she don't
No, no,
just
good
fold
bread.
it?
I got you, good bread. I got you. I got you. I love where this conversation is going. I absolutely love it. My next question is this. Good bread. Keep that question in your mind, and Cuzzo, keep that thought in your mind. This is the next question: are men and women equal? And we're gonna carry on after that. Let's start with Mr. Goodbread. Are men and women equal?
We not equal, man. We not the same. We not equal. We definitely not equal.
All right, let's stop right there. Cuzzle, are men and women equal?
No, definitely not.
All right. Now let's continue that conversation back because you were saying you were.
Right,
Go ahead, Goodbread. I'm out. I'm out. Go ahead. I'm
right, right. Like, why don't she just fold all that 6 figures, 6 figures of hers down, take some caps off, and go back to the female cap? Why she can't go back to the female cap? Her man is already lit. You said her man is lit.
Because we have to be realistic. The ultimate destination in life is to be really lit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is going to cut 100K plus off the table, to be behind a man. Unfortunately, they're not even in a relationship, so it's not even a thought right now. If they were in a relationship, maybe that would be something like, okay, babe, maybe I'll just
Okay, okay,
unwind
okay. That's what it is. So
and
they
quit my job. They're not in a relationship. However, he's pursuing her. He's letting her know, hey, I want to be all that and more for you. I want to be in a relationship with you. However, a relationship to me is a two-way street. If I'm giving you everything you want, everything you need, and I'm just asking, I'm not even telling you to work Monday through Friday only. I'm telling you, hey, at the very least, once a month, make a day for me. I feel like that's fair. I don't
that's
care what
fair.
the hell Adam and Eve did, and
That's
not
fair. That's
being
fair.
in
No,
a
you can't say you can't
relationship.
care. Yo, why do listen, and this is something that naturally, right? Me and Miss Gilbert had this conversation earlier, yo. We had this fucking conversation earlier, yo. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting God. This is why this is why them 75% women that I was telling you about, this is why they be suffering so much, because they just be sitting there slapping God in the face. It is what it is. It is no gray area when it comes to our creator. He said what he said. You know what I mean? That's how they talk, right? He said what he said. That's it. So it's none of that. That's what he said. It's y'all punishment. That's y'all punishment. And the sacrifice is going to be the female that get it through her head and understand it's not pleasurable being Eve, but you either be Eve or you be Lilith. Now Lilith gonna get it. She gonna try her best to get what she want, which is that feel good to feel, because it's all a feeling. It's an emotion. It's an emotion. She gonna cater to the flesh, which is what God said don't. You know what I mean? But that Lilith, she gonna cater to the flesh. Eve gonna be reserved. She gonna be more reserved because she know what? Fuck it, I do everything for everybody. This the sacrifice now, and it sucks to be Eve. It sucks to be a really good woman. I'm gonna keep it 100 with all of my ladies that's tuned in right now. My virtuous ones, my real virtuous ones. We gonna connect right now. Some serious shit, cause you know what I'm talking about. When you Eve, you do everything for your kids. You do everything for your moms. Everything for everybody. Your man. Even your asshole first baby father, if you had one, you do everything because you're not that type of soul to shit on people, right? But you don't get nothing in return, guys. But you from worldly people, from them worldly pleasures, you get everything in your peace from God. You're the most at peace person on earth until you start trying to tempt your hand at that forbidden fruit that them other women is desperately fighting for. They desperately trying to make this fuck God the same way you had that little spirit right there that man God don't fuck Eve shit. Yeah, that's how they got. That's how they and then and he looking at them like fuck
Listen,
Eve shit. You win. I bet you ain't gonna win. And he sit there. He bet God's sitting up there right now. He got 100 bet. He got 100 million bets with these hell of a mothers, hell of a people, and they just laughing his ass off, yo. Laughing his ass off at him because as they try to defy him, he show them. As fast as they get the money or they get the bag or they get the spotlight, the 15 minutes of fame, as fast as they get it, is as fast as they lose it. Peep game, am I lying, class? Like, and that's just how it works. That's the spiritual form. But we can go back and talk about the worldly shit.
I just listen because I'm not very biblical at all. I think that God is within everybody, so I'm a little spiritual. So I think when it comes to human nature, we naturally have certain instincts.
Yeah, I do.
So,
Like, hold on, real quick. Sarah in the Bible sucked her teeth at God when he told Sarah, which is Abraham's wife, he said, "You're gonna have a kid at 80 years old," and she sucked her teeth at him, and God heard her. So when God linked back up with Abraham, Abraham thought God ain't hear her, but God asked him. He put him on the spot. He said, "Why'd your wife suck her teeth?" And Abraham had to bullshit him, but he came to him like, "Yo, she don't believe that you're the God." Even though God just showed her how her family was going to inherit the whole next generation and inherit the land. He showed her mad miracles, and the chick still sucked the teeth at him. But God, what you were saying, this is in the
I
Bible.
believe in God. Don't get on that
Nah,
stage
nah,
with me.
Sarah, Sarah
God,
believed too. So she
That
said,
I
God,
do, but
this
that goes
conversation is
that's why
wonderful.
I feel like the man does control the relationship. You know, it's almost like you're saying, or like it's almost as if a woman has to really just shut up and be unhappy because a man is getting to his bag and not caring about the happiness of his woman as well. Not saying that you're supposed to fold to your woman, not saying that you're supposed to, be ran by your woman, but you have to love and respect your woman enough to know, hey, listen, she's committed to me, she's devoted to me, she's for me. God sent her for me. Let me take care of her, not just financially, but in a loving way as well. And a part
facts.
of love is give her some of her desires, which is attention.
I'm because of that. I like that spill. I'm not gonna lie. I like what you just said, and that brings me to my next question. That that brings me to my next question. What does a man have to do, not want to do? You know what? I'm not gonna say have to because nobody has to do anything. Let's go to the obligations. What is a man obligated to do once he takes on that role of pursuing a woman? And get this, this is going to be the hard question. This is going to be the question that's going to put y'all in. I'm in danger. What does a woman? And I know Cuzzo got to leave soon, but that's why I wanted to go ahead and ask that. What does a woman have to do? And I said it wrong. I meant what is a woman's obligations to a man that she's pursuing and vetting to make him happy? Um, You know what? Let's start with you, Cuzzo. What are a woman's obligations to a man who she's pursuing? What are her
Not in a
obligations
relationship
to
who
that
she's
man?
pursuing.
Pursuing meaning you see that man as fit for your relationship. You look at him and you catch feelings, etc., etc. He's on point. Look again, like
You just
we
you
teach,
just
we
gotta make
teach, we
yourself
teach men.
available.
We
You just
teach
gotta
men.
make
We
yourself
teach.
available.
Hold on, let her look. That's why I said, hold on. Let me let her go first, Mister But I know. See, we teach men that they need to get on a purpose so that they can
Mm-hmm.
be available for a woman that's on
Mm-hmm.
point. And but we also teach women to be wise and be readily available for those men who are on their purpose. I'm gonna
Well
throw that
said.
one out, but I'm going to ask my cousin again. What does a woman? What is her obligations once she sees the man? It's showing her that he is the one, and you still vetting him. What are your obligations to him to make him happy? Don't talk about your shit. Talk about his shit.
So I think that for a woman, availability, access, and vulnerability are very important. If I'm dealing with the guy and I think that, okay, I'm vetting him, I think like, this is the person that we're gonna move forward to. I think the best way to show a man that, okay, hey, look, I like you is number one, availability. So when you call my phone, you better believe I'm gonna pick it up. If I don't pick it up, you're gonna know I'm gonna return it. If I don't like you, you gonna call me again and I'll probably answer type
Let's
situation.
stop right there, cuz. Let's stop right there. And I don't mean to cut you, but I didn't ask about what you liked and what you don't like. I asked about what you're gonna do to make that guy happy.
That's
Okay?
what I'm saying. I mean, I can't make anyone happy until I'm in a relationship with them.
Like
When
I
you're
said, I
vetting
said
with
it
me,
wrong. What are your obligations? My bad. What are
right?
your obligations? What are your obligations to that
My
man so that he can
obligations.
be content, happy, and comfortable?
Are you talking about in a relationship or out of it now? Because I'm
No,
not going
so,
to make
no, no.
anybody content,
Whether,
happy, or anything
whether
until I'm in a relationship with them.
whether you're in or out of a relationship, someone you look at like you would be in a relationship with this guy. You guys are talking. You probably been talking for 2, 3 months, 4, 5 months, and all the signs are there that you want to be with him and he wants to be with you. What do you do then to continue to keep him happy?
Cuzzo, hold on, Cuzzo. Right, you said something. You said something on it. You said three things, yo. I
This
want to
yo,
piggyback off of that
this
because the
y'all.
three
Let me
things
shut
she
up.
said was dope. The three things she said was fire, yo. I want to clear the third one up. Cause damn, what you said? You said what was the
I
three things?
said
Shit,
availability,
man, because
The,
access, and vulnerability. Now,
no,
that's it. That's
actually,
it.
let
That's
me
it.
stop right there
Heal.
because you know what? You know what? I'm tripping because actually when she said that, notice I shut up. That was actually perfect. That was spot on. Maybe I was kind of extract more out of her, but that was spot on. That's why I kept asking you that because I was trying to get you to break it down. That was actually it right there. I didn't want you to go to the, if I don't like this, I want you to break down what you do to make a man happy
and
and
that's
just
what I
stick
was
to
getting
that
to. So I was
side.
kind of explaining what I
Yeah.
meant by availability, and then I would let you know what I mean by access. And this is just based off of, of course, my viewpoints and the women that I've been around, the advice that I've gotten from other
Nah,
women.
speak your truth, shorty. Speak your truf, shorty. Okay,
The
no, no,
advice
no,
that I've
no.
gotten from other
This how it
women
is, yo. They
and
got it.
things like that.
Hold on, cousin. Hold on. Cause that shit was spot on, yo. They gotta be vulnerable. And what that mean, y'all, to uncomplicate that, cause niggas play dumb over here with the victim mindset all the time. That mean heal, bitches, heal. All right? That's what you
I think the
cause you gotta phrase his question. His question was, what do you have to do? Like, right? Well, your question was to when you know somebody like you, when you know somebody like you, and you know you about to give access to your coochie or give access to this relationship, then you already know. Let me heal so I'm not going in this shit on some Mr. Ma'am shit. Salute to the worldwide, yo.
No, you definitely. I think vulnerability is probably a woman's most difficult task, and there's different ways to be vulnerable. But if I show up, if I'm dealing with the guy, I vetted him, he's pursuing me, and we're aligning in the right areas, I definitely will start to become vulnerable with this man to show him like, I like him, like I'm ready to, move to that stage with you. Different ways that I show vulnerability. Number one, to talk about just my plans for the future. That's a very raw point for me. That's me being vulnerable to let a man know, like, listen, I'm listening. Like, I hear what you're saying, everything that you're saying. Like, I respect what you're saying. Like, I letting a man know, like, truly how you feel. That's vulnerability. Letting them know, like, listen, I see you're a good man. I see that you're wise. The things that we talk about are very important. Just letting them know like how good of a man they are, how hard they work, how you believe that they can lead you. Those are all points of vulnerability that you have to learn, and you're not going to honestly learn it. I personally didn't learn it until I took some time to myself. And when you take time to yourself, you have to really take time to understand yourself. And you have to really take time to whatever you have to do. If you have to cry, if you have to whatever, I found myself telling the guy that I'm dealing with, like, the hardest thing I ever had to do was to have a kid by myself. People don't want to ever say that out loud. I don't think before 2 years ago I would have been able to say that out loud. You get what I'm saying? Because I can endure anything. You get what I'm saying? But a part of being vulnerable is being able to let that type of feeling out and let that person and people pick up the signs like, okay, she trusts me. That goes hand in hand with trust. So I think those are my 3 things.
Guys, I want to say this, man. Um, you looking at a 29, okay? I'm not being biased. My cousin know what time it is. I keep him blood raw with her, and Mr. Goodbread keeps it blood raw with me. He doesn't know my cousin. I don't. They never met each other, before, but they were able to reciprocate energies. And you're looking at a 29 right here. Not even just the guys, ladies. You are looking at a woman that understands what men like. All right.
Now
One
I
of the
do.
main things,
I had to learn that.
but
Had to learn.
that's the thing. That's the epitome. We don't care that you didn't know. We care that you finally get it.
Yeah.
That's where we want y'all at. We're not really too mad at y'all didn't get it. We mad that y'all don't want to get it. And the women that get it, good bread, you can vouch for me. Them the ones that win too.
That's a
They're the
fact.
Eves. They're the
That's a
ones
fact.
that, what I'm saying, get away from that gynocracy. Without further ado, last question, because I want to get up out of here soon, but last question. We talk about problems all the time. And it's not fair to talk about a problem without a solution. So let's talk about the solution. I'm going to start with Mr. Goodbread. What is the solution? How do we fix this conundrum, especially in the black community, like my cousin said before? It's black women going around saying niggas ain't shit. White women are not going saying there's not a term called white men ain't shit. There's not a term called Mexican men ain't shit. There's not a term called Arab men ain't shit. But there is a term called niggas and black men ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? So, what is the solution, good Brett? How do we get our women to understand that we are shit? We are something. And I'm not saying forcibly, I'm talking about biologically. Um, I don't want to go too deep into it. Go ahead, Mr. Goodbread.
I mean, there's two solutions. The first solution is to leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone. Just leave them alone.
Let
You
them
feel
go
me?
through life.
Just let them float on, float on, float on. You know what I mean, guys? Leave them alone. If we don't buy in, then they'll lose steam. You know what I mean? They're all making bad decisions, bro. They're making bad decisions on each end, and I'm not being biased. I'm not being woman biased. I'm on each end. The beta males, the hell of a sons, they looking bad out here. They looking just as bad as the hoes and the bitches that think they smart. You know what I mean? And think they slick. They doing the same thing to each other. You know what I mean? And it's sad because they're products of the same title. You know what I mean? They products of the same hell of a mother. So, you know what I mean? You got to leave them. You got to leave them alone. And then two, guys, you got to change yourself. You got to fix yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of people, really could judge a lot of shit, right? A lot of people sitting back, judging, watching entertainment, just got something to say, but they forgot one key thing. People that's working on themselves ain't even entertained by stupid shit. People that's working on themselves, they not bitter. They not caring. They not depressed. They not on social media fucking their mind up. Remember, social media a trap. Social media hooks your mind. It's there to get you stagnant. You know what I mean? Stagnant people turn to haters. You know what I mean? So the solution is unhook, work on yourself. You know what I mean? That's it. And that's multi-gender right there. That's both genders could do that.
Facts.
Amen.
Oh,
Facts.
but yo, Cuzzo, you spent the whole hour with Mr. Goodbread.
I
Can can
did.
can 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 I get some love? Like, can you tell the female audience that might be scared of me, cause they kind of scared of me. They scared of me, and it ain't cause
I don't
they
know
not scared of
why.
me.
You know who I believe would be scared of you is the people who are not okay with listening. And I kid you not, I was like that. And it took for me to go through some shit to finally say, okay, I'm going to shut up. And when I shut up, and when I started listening more, not to say that everything I believe was incorrect. And I still believe some of the stuff that I believe. But when I started listening more, a light bulb went off, like it clicked. You know what I'm saying? So I think that people get into a mindset of right and wrong, and it isn't always necessarily what's right or what's wrong. It's just understanding the true nature and how things work. And so if they get on here, or when they decide to do it, or maybe do it on a one-on-one, just completely fully listening to a person's thought, and processing it, not later, not when you off the web chat or whatever. And it's okay to tell somebody, like, you know what, you're right. I think if a person can do that, then there's nothing to be scared of.
Hey,
That's
good
lit,
bread.
man.
That was such a good question because I was gonna tell her to give the solution, but she just gave it right now. She
That
gave the whole solution right. What the class think about that, Mr. Goodbread?
you know the class. You know the class A100 on the class A100 today. We got a good spill. We got some good game. This is some real game right here, guys. Y'all learned
No
some
cap,
shit
no
today.
cap, no cap. Hey, Cuzzo, man, I appreciate you for sliding through. You
All
know it's
right,
all
guys,
love, man.
call me. It was a pleasure speaking with you, Mr. Goodbread. I enjoyed talking with y'all.
Cause
You
I
you
need to
coming back though, right?
I need to see you on my Monday panel, Cuzzo. On my Monday night panels, man. We get it in on the Monday. I got other female that come on there, and we got topics and videos, and we get it in, man. We have a good time Monday, son.
All right, cuz, well, just send it to me.
You know
I'm
what it
about.
is. You know what it is, Goodbread. We gonna get that situated.
All
No
right,
doubt.
cuz. All right, Mr. Goodbread. Y'all have a good evening. Gonna go pick up the kiddos. It's Friday.
All right,
Right.
cool, cool. I'm gonna hit you up.
Alright.
All
I'm gonna do some ball head hoe shit. I'm just playing, y'all.
right. Hey man, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was a
Definitely
good
a
one.
good
We
show,
got some
man.
insight on and the thing is, thank you for having me, Mr. Goodbread, and I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to be a host on your show as the dean. Of course, anytime I can step in as a sub teacher, I can step in as the principal, whatever the case may be. Today, you gave me an opportunity to open up, not only with information, but that's my family. So that meant a lot to me. I appreciate you and I love you for life for that, my brother.
No doubt, OKL. You know how I feel about you, my brother. We made the cover, and it's us to the end, bro. It's us to the end, man. We operate on a
That's
different
it.
playing field. You know what I mean? We operating on the spirit and the Holy Ghost for the win. You already know what
That's
time it
it.
is, bro. We
That's
ourselves.
it.
We
That's
who
it.
we say we are, bro. We not nobody leader. We just here to deliver the message and help who want to be helped, man.
Right. We ain't no leaders, but if you want to be led, we got that.
Yeah, yeah. I
The
mean, if you
message
want
for
to, right, stop, take in and educated. If you want to be educated, fuck all that last shit. If you want to be educated, come through. Y'all know what it is.
you. Right.
Come through.
Right.
That's all it takes. Educate yourself and stop all this entertainment. Stop all this he laughing and shit.
Facts. That being said, Mr. Goodbread, I think this was a good one. I think it's about that time to close out. You know who you is. My name is my name is Mr. OKL. You can find me on Instagram at OK Let's Talk TV. Exactly how it's spelled, no spaces, no underscores. And you can find me at OK Let's Talk TV. I'm sorry, OK Let's Talk About It on YouTube. No quotations, just exactly how it's spelled with the spaces. And just stay tuned, man, because we got way more work for y'all. All right.
Whole fact, man. Tune in on Mondays, y'all. Y'all know, 9 o'clock.